Friendship supreme. Friendship supreme. Finding the geek within.
Hey everybody, my name's Michael.
My name's Cleve.
And welcome back to another exciting episode of Friendship
Supreme.
One of the podcasts that dares to ask, is there the best superhero movie?
So glad you asked, Michael. So we've done two other videos. One came out October 27th of 2021 called You Won't Believe What Made the Top 500 Songs, about a Rolling Stones article.
I remember.
We did another one for the most annoying songs on November 17th, also a Rolling Stones article. Well, guess what? They've given us the top 50 superhero movies. 50 greatest superhero movies of all time is the title. So, the article says, from the campy to the grim dark, the Dark Knights of Gotham City to the Defenders of Wakanda, these are the best superhero movies to ever pow, zap, and web sling into theaters near you.
Is Bible Man on? Oh, it had to go to theaters. Never mind. I was saying, because if Bible Man's not on there, I'm not fucking with this list.
It shuts you down with your nonsense. There's a couple of names on the article, but I'm going to tell you right now, you're not going to be happy with a lot of what.
Oh no!
And that's been a theme for them on like.
It just shows you how out of touch they are with the rest of the world.
Would you like to take a swing at some movies, or I can just let you down one number at a time?
The Rocketeer's got to be somewhere on the top 50.
Do you have a number? I'll give you 10 up or down.
32.
Number 25.
Ooh, that was close. But you know what? Rocketeer is a solid movie, and like
1991.
I remember, for whatever reason, as a kid, thinking, "Yeah, this is the one, guys. This is what you need to be living. This is the life." Man, okay. So, are any of them like just horrendous?
Yes. I'll say one or two that I'm like, there's no way this should have made it whatsoever.
Is Meteor Man on there?
I don't believe Meteor Man is on there.
The Eddie Murphy, for those at home that didn't know, Eddie Murphy had a movie called Meteor Man. I don't think, was he an actual superhero? It's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
There's some in here that I don't think are superheroes.
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
So,
is Dick Tracy on there?
No, I didn't see any Dick Tracy on there.
It's a shame. At the time, it wasn't a terrible movie. It was, what, 80s?
You talking about that 90s one?
80s? Yeah, like late 80s, early 90s.
That one does not have good reviews.
It wasn't, but it wasn't bad for the time as far as they were concerned. Where's Howard the Duck on this?
Well, no, Howard the Duck didn't make it. But this is of all time. For you to say Dick Tracy was fine back then, this is of all time.
Okay, of all time,
that doesn't hold.
I want to take some stabs at number one.
Okay.
Dark Knight.
No. Would you like me to tell you where these movies are?
Yeah.
Dark Knight is number 7.
That is way too fucking high for that movie. Either Endgame or Infinity.
Endgame is number 4.
Feels good.
Infinity War, number 16.
I can see it because it's a part one of a part 2. So then
obviously part 2 is like
right, and
the one.
So A, you have the fact that you needed the build up to get to it, and then B, you have the fact that it's a one person, the 2 parts.
Any movies like that, the first one's always setting up
right
the event, and the last one's the event.
It's carrying all the heavy load.
I think Harry Potter was the same way.
Yeah.
Part 1 was boring shit. Part 2 was zip, zip, zip.
That's exactly how it went, actually.
I saw it. I saw
okay.
that one.
Keaton, Batman.
Ooh, let me check.
I only have one other guess for what could be number one.
Keaton Batman is not number one. Sorry, that I can tell you off the bat. There are Batman movies that make it.
He's not even on the top 50.
I'm going through it, just double checking myself.
Jesus fucking.
Keaton Batman movie makes it, but not
Not the
first
original, not number one.
Yeah, it's Batman Returns.
Interesting that one made it,
which
considering
made it
the controversy
to,
behind that movie.
Number 24.
Okay. Last guess.
Way off, so just so you know. But
last guess I have for you for all. All right, two guesses. Two more guesses. I'm just gonna throw both of them out there. Iron Man from the Marvel Universe or the original. What am I blanking on his name? Superman. The original Superman.
The original Superman that came out in 1978 is number 5. Iron Man 2008 came out as number 11.
Damn. Okay. I don't know how you want to reveal the rest of this list, but none of the ones I would have said number one are there.
Well, I'll just start naming them to you. You can speak up when something upsets you. Number 50, Zack Snyder's Justice League, 2021.
Get fucked. Okay, we talked about. Here's the problem with this. Here's the problem.
Okay. It didn't take long at all.
It shouldn't be on the. It shouldn't be on the list.
It's gonna be a long episode.
It shouldn't be on the list.
Because
you can't take 7 hours to tell me a fucking story.
Agreed. I also feel like, well, I was gonna say it feels too recent, but I mean, if it's a great movie, I guess it's a great movie, right?
Yeah. If Catwoman hit it out of the park, I'd still give it to her. She didn't.
Well, she's on the list. Just a heads up. Yes, I agree. If you give me half a day to tell you a story, I'll really get the details in. Number 49, 2007's Ghost Rider. Here it comes.
Okay. I'm gonna accept it. I'm just gonna take it on the chin. If the second one's on here though, I'll end the podcast. We'll be done.
I don't even want to read the article to you or nothing like that. I just want to let it sit. Number 48, 2010's Megamind.
That's a good one. You know what? But who are you? Okay, you're just saying because the actual hero on that was terrible. But Megamind, who becomes the hero, that's a good movie. Quotable.
Just a superhero movie, man.
It's been a while since I've seen this, so I can't give you a quote, but it's quotable.
Yeah. Number 47 is 1975's Infra Man. INFRA Man. Haven't seen it, can't speak on it. Maybe we should review it.
Unfamiliar.
Number 46.
I would say the same thing with Bible Man, but I'm just saying.
Number 46, 2010's Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Who the fuck's a superhero in that? I love that movie.
I agree.
Not one person's a superhero in that movie.
It took someone's spot that it shouldn't, for sure.
Yeah, some fucking pretentious dick fuck was hey, I like Scott Pilgrim, and I think I'm like him.
That's my favorite superhero movie. Yeah, spoiler alert. You don't want to be like Scott Pilgrim.
No, Scott's a fucking dick.
I think this is the same people that like Rick and Morty. Like, you don't want to be Rick. Rick is not a good person. I don't know why we don't get that.
I appreciate you saying that all the time. I really like Rick and Morty. I think it's a funny show. It gets me sometimes, but there are times where I'm like, God, people out there really think that's them.
Nobody wants you to act this way. It's funny to watch, but that's why we're watching it.
I used to, when I was younger, I used to love South Park, right? Like young, like 12, 13. Thought Eric Cartman was the funniest shit in the world, and so I then, started emulating him and realizing how shitty of a person he is.
Yeah.
It took me a while before I did not feed
their
anybody their parents. No.
Okay. Number 45, The Old Guard from 2020, the Netflix movie with, excuse me on the name. Look it up. I don't want to do it. I've seen it. I know it. It was good. Top 50 movies of all time. 50 superhero movies of all time. No.
I'm gonna tell you now. No Netflix movies should be on there for superhero movies. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm familiar with these people. This is not one I've seen. Did any of them have superpowers?
They were like Eternals, basically.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It had a very similar vibe.
I'm trying to think. I guess that one you didn't like it though, the Jamie Foxx one, where they could take.
I know it was fun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that one was not bad. I don't know the top 50, but
they weren't. They didn't take superpowers. They were just after animals or something like that. Mm-hmm. And he had the fast punch and strip. That's how he did it. Number 44 is 1966, Batman the movie.
Adam West?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I didn't know that one.
I didn't either.
I watched that also.
All right.
Here's
the thing. Here's the thing. I love Batman. Cleve loves Batman. I think Adam West is great, and it was funny, and it was campy, but like, greatest superhero movies of all time? Did you just run out of them?
That's why I kind of want to go back and watch some of these, because I'm curious. You can't run out because Marvel gives you 24 of them.
That's fair.
Number 43, 2011's Thor.
Okay.
Number 42, 2017's The Lego Batman.
That should be higher.
Number 41, 2012's The Avengers.
That was the first Avengers was okay.
I think it was a really big, to me, almost as big of a deal, if not the same level as like Endgame was, because this was the first time that anyone had done this.
That's fair. I'm thinking more along the lines of like action and where we've come and stuff. And if you think of it, you take it for its individual event, you're right. It's probably up in the top 10.
I mean, just you established a world and then you brought the world together. That's so rare, and then it all worked.
It worked out, yeah.
So many people try to do it, like the MonsterVerse that
why did we both think of that? Dark, Universal Dark universe.
Anyway, because it's terrible.
The Mummy? Thanks, Tom. Sit the fuck down and go fly your airplanes.
Number 40, 2012's The Dark Knight Rises.
Whatever. I don't like that whole trilogy. I don't like it. It's okay.
Number 39, 2022's Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
It's number what?
39.
I appreciate them putting it on the list. I think critics hated it. I felt like I was the only one that was like really hyped about it.
You know what? It's one of the few movies where I guess maybe I didn't have to watch every Marvel movie to be able to understand this movie.
You'd have to have some knowledge, but yeah, agreed.
What WandaVision maybe, but even then they just kind of.
Even then, you could technically just go into it and be like, "Oh, there's the villain, there's the good guy. I don't care about anything else." Yeah, that's fair.
Number 38, Captain America: The First Avenger from 2011. I forget that Captain America and Thor came out the same year.
That feels like that should be way higher.
Out of the trilogy, you are one of the people who puts that one higher than like the Winter Soldier or Civil War, which Civil War, I believe, spoiler, is not on the list.
I'd put Civil War on here before I put Winter Soldier.
I think people would disagree with you.
Apparently, a lot.
This is.
I have dumb choices, guys.
We don't give Rolling Stones any kind of credit on
fucking roll. Garbage City.
We just like to criticize them. We're never going to actually make a list ourselves. Number 37, 2022's The Batman. You haven't seen it, so I'll move on.
I haven't seen it.
Number 36.
Was it any good?
Yes.
Okay.
Like,
you saw it. I just was.
Yeah, I know. I just figured.
Is it worth the 3 hours?
You could definitely cut a lot out. Number 36 is 1995's Tank Girl.
Oh, God, that should be higher. It's quintessential superhero movie. Although she's not a super, is she? She's a comic book character.
This is
But
why I
is she a
stopped.
superhero?
This is why I stopped.
But is she a
Because I
superhero?
knew that you would have some sort of feelings to move around. I don't know. I
Do
guess.
you consider Punisher a superhero?
I
So do
mean,
you consider someone that shoots well, like Deadshot, or?
I mean, Batman's a superhero, and why is he a superhero?
Because he has gadgets and such. She just has a tank and some kangaroo people.
And an attitude.
I fucking love her so much.
Number 35, 2015's Ant-Man.
I'm thinking Tank Girl top 20, but okay. Ant-Man's fine. Loved Ant-Man. Scott Lang, great character.
Number 34 is 2021's The Suicide Squad. Number 33 is 2002. It's real mixed when you have to say the years like this. 2002's Blade 2. I want to say, I remember Blade being great. And I can remember things from Blade.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember absolutely
Not
nothing from Blade 2.
Not a thing. Blade 3 I can remember. That had Ryan Reynolds in it.
Yep, I remember it, but for different reasons. Number 32 is 2000's Unbreakable.
I know they call them superheroes, but I didn't really ever buy into that. The Shyamalan.
I mean, he like donned a costume by the end.
Oh, fair.
Number 31, 2005's V for Vendetta.
I guess that's really what it depends on. Like, what do you consider a superhero?
Because V for Vendetta, I don't feel like it's a superhero. I know it's a comic book movie, but we didn't say comic book movie.
Yeah, there's nothing super about him. That's where we've talked about this before. Like, are they a hero? Sure. Are they a superhero? Maybe not. Like, there has to be something that escalates him to that. He was emulating.
Smart, man.
Was it Guy Fawkes? I think was the guy's name.
You know what? And being smart can make you a superhero, but like, what's the IQ score that you need to be over the hump? You can just be smart. Like, I'm good at chess, but that doesn't mean you're a fucking superhero. Number 30, 2021's Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Should be higher, but I'm just being biased.
29, 1994's The Crow.
The world wasn't ready for Shang-Chi. The Crow.
I feel like we definitely were ready for it. Like, we were begging for it. We were definitely ready.
The rest of the world, Cleve. The world that's marching right now to protect the lines of our country because, white men are really in danger right now.
I can hear that. 29, The Crow.
Not what this is about. The Crow. It's sad because Brandon Lee died, but yeah, it was a good film.
28, 2005's Batman Begins.
Okay.
27, 2004's Hellboy.
I liked Hellboy, but I don't feel like the world liked Hellboy.
I feel like one was appreciated after they did two, and then one was appreciated a lot more after that reboot.
That's fair.
26 is 1990's Dark Man.
I hope that the reboot didn't make this list. Dark Man. That sounds familiar. No. What year?
1990s. Honestly, it looks like a horror film.
Oh, I did see this. Okay. No, I do remember this. I don't know that I remember anything from it, but I remember this cover. And it had it had two other sequels.
I don't think those made the list. 25 is 1991's Rocketeer. 24 is 1992's The Batman Returns. We talked about those. 23 is 2016's Deadpool.
It was the first rated R, real rated R superhero movie that wasn't Sin City.
I mean, I think it was just good.
It was good.
Right?
It was good. No, yeah, I was trying to think. I was trying to think actually if it should be higher or not. But I guess no.
Middle of the pack.
Yeah.
Middle of the pack after the top 50. 22 is 1987's RoboCop.
Oh God, is he a superhero?
Sure. I
I
mean, as much as
guess.
Iron Man,
As
right?
much as Judge Dredd is. Is Judge Dredd on there?
I don't believe so. Number 21 is 2016's Doctor Strange.
Yeah, okay.
Number 20 is 1980's Superman 2.
I remember Superman and two. Is that's? I'm trying to think of the plot of that one. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, there was four. Two of them
were
maybe.
terrible. One of them was, a couple were good.
Yeah. So we're in the top 20s now.
Okay.
Number 19.
Yep.
1993's Batman: Mask of the Phantasm. I appreciate them putting it in there.
1993 is Batman.
That was the Batman animated series movie.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I was like, I don't know that I know a live action film of that. Okay, animated's in there. Good. All right.
Right. I appreciate it. Number 18 is 2014's Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Okay.
Number 17 is 2003's X2, X-Men.
Are any of the should any of the X-Men be on there? I know one was okay and one was good and two was okay, but like,
apparently 2 is better than 1. Number 16 is Infinity War. Number 15 is 2014's Guardians of the Galaxy. Number 14 was 2002 Spider-Man, Tobey's first Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Number 13 was 2014's X-Men: Days of Future Past.
Get super fucked. None of those were good. Well,
no, you're right.
No, yeah. I was
Days
trying
of Future Past was when they combined the worlds.
It wasn't good. None of the new cast was good. I'm sorry. They had ideas and they wanted to implement them, and bravo for that, but they fucking sucked.
Hold on, sir. X-Men First Class was good.
Oh, that's fair. Is that on there?
Nope.
First class was good in a way we weren't expecting because of how they left the Phoenix Saga.
And they were like just grabbing whatever characters they wanted to.
Right.
Which I think they're the first example of just watch the movie. Don't fucking worry about who's where and canonically what's happening. Just fuck off.
Yeah.
12 is 2017's Spider-Man: Homecoming. I feel is drastically high.
That's really high. Is a lot of the newer films up at the top?
There's no. Once we get to the top 10, the oldest film is 2004.
Okay.
But I mean, that comes with the times, right? Like, give you good graphics and what have you, and that helps.
Yeah.
Number 11 was Iron Man. We talked about that. Okay, so now we're in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Big stuff. Number 10.
Missy Elliott.
2004. The Incredibles.
They're technically superheroes. I would have never in a million years put a Disney movie in there, but I guess Incredibles 2 was better.
You think so?
Elastigirl getting her own thing. Yeah, I was much more on board with the whole like Elastigirl storyline. But anyway.
Number 9. 2017's Wonder Woman.
That feels really high.
It was really good.
It was good, but it feels really high. But okay.
Way better than the other one. Number 8. 2017.
I know you did not like 84. 84 was okay.
2017 Thor's Ragnarok.
Okay.
That felt high to me.
That's
but sure.
Fair. It's like it's one of my probably top 5 Marvel movies. So
number 7 is The Dark Knight. Talked about that. Number 6 is 2018 Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
That feels real. Okay.
Number 5 is Superman, 1978.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Avengers Endgame, 2019. Top 3, man.
I don't even know where we're going anymore.
Number 3,
Black Panther?
2017, Logan.
It was good, but like, I don't even think top. Maybe like in the 40s? It was good, but like, it just didn't feel like any other superhero movies. Like, it felt less like a
I
super.
think I think that's why it's so much higher.
Mm,
I think people who don't like superhero movies could enjoy Logan.
okay.
I think also it was like that in chapter. That helps.
Okay.
Number 2, 2004's Spider-Man 2. Toby's second movie.
Doc Ock, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I liked that one better than I liked one.
Who is, I think people would argue his best villain was Doc Ock.
Yeah.
I mean, not that there's a huge comparison with his villains. And number 1 is 2018 Black Panther.
I mean, I don't think it's the best one, but it's definitely, again, top 5 Marvel.
You should check out the internet when we get done on why people think that Black Panther made number 1.
Because we're woke, bro.
I think that Black Panther gave such a cultural shock to the world, and that's why it's so much higher.
And we've talked about that before, about like the impact that it made in comparison.
I think a lot of the movies. I think it's why Wonder Woman's so high.
Fair.
This was what, her first to theaters real movie.
Gonna hooked up Shang-Chi.
I know, man. Number 30. Hey, making the list ain't bad neither.
Couldn't get us in the top 10 though.
You're not fucking spaghetti, man.
Not Howard the Duck right now, so I mean, yeah.
Right. There were people who complained about Big Hero 6 not making it on here.
And the comment. They are comics and they are technically super.
I mean, they don't need to be comics though, right?
Yeah, true.
It's just gonna be a superhero movie. I mean, Steel could be the list if it wasn't a bad movie.
Steel was a fantastic movie that just needs another chance. I mean, the list is fine. There's nothing I want to throw a fucking fit about. Like, I'm not angry. I'm not gonna, riot or anything.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure can.
Nah. Even ones I want to be upset about, I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like the Dark Knight series. Like, I think they're fucking B tier movies.
I think it's amazing that all 3 of them made it. That's pretty phenomenal.
I just didn't care for that iteration of Batman, and I know there are a lot of people that liked it. There are a lot of people that like Christian Bale's very nitty gritty Sin City style fucking Batman, and that's fine.
I very much think that Heath made that saga fly so much higher than it probably would have without him.
Fair, because I don't think anybody gave a fuck when it was just Liam Neeson as the villain.
No.
And then all of a sudden people came out and were like, I love this series. It's the best.
He was like, I don't kill people, but I don't have to save you. Well, that's killing him. You've sentenced this man.
You've murdered him.
Congrats. If this helps you sleep, cool. But I just want you to understand this man's dead and the blood is for sure on your hands.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, I'm not mad at any of those movies. I'm sure I could come up with, if I thought about it long enough, I could come up with something that I would like, why did this make it? Like, but where's Aquaman? Huh?
The movie was not great.
I never saw it. Yikes.
I think it's blasphemy that none of the Ninja Turtles made it.
Are they super though? They're mutants. Gross.
I mean, they're superheroes. What do you say?
Yeah, that's fair.
Watchmen didn't make it.
No, that did not do well though. Like
No,
you and I
no,
liked it, I think, kind
nobody
of,
liked
but
it.
like,
Blank Man didn't make it. You know,
fuck,
like
yo, okay, hold on a second. That's the hill to fucking die on. The fact that Blank Man didn't make it means that J5 doesn't exist in a world where he's in the top 50, and he's easily top 50 sidekicks.
but then let me bump your question back to you. What makes him super?
His gadgets and gadgets.
Mm, it's good enough for Superman. It's good. I mean, Batman. It's good enough for me.
That's right. His willingness to run in and save the world with his new chucks.
The Power Rangers didn't make it, but that's because one movie was fucking terrible, and one movie, the world just didn't proceed the way that we wanted them to.
You remember that one time when they promised us and dropped a little like teaser that we were gonna get Tommy, and then we
Oh man,
never ever heard
we
from that movie again?
we could do a whole episode on fucking
Times I've been promised things and they
se-
didn't deliver.
sequel little blemishes that never made it.
So sad
How come
about it.
Morbius isn't on here? You know.
It's Morbin time. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Let us know if there's anything you want us to talk about. Let us know what you thought should have been number one, or if there's anything that upset you guys about this list. You guys can comment down below, or reach out to us through our social media as well. Those social medias, Cleve.
We do have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, which are all Friendship Supreme, except Twitter has no eyes in the word friendship. All eyes go to youtube.com/Friendship Supreme. And if you want, you can just email us at friendship.supreme@gmail.com. Let us know your episode ideas, and we will watch them more than likely.
Hopefully, you guys had a great day. We appreciate you. Make sure you guys check us out. We post episodes every Wednesday, and possibly more. I've been Michael.
This is Cleve. And zip zap, zippity dap. It's a callback to the Harry Potter joke I told earlier. I don't think I said the same one.